Hey, how you doing? My name is Nate for those who know me and those who don't. I ask that the Lord blesses my tongue as I tell you guys this, and I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I know you guys seeing me laying down because I'm tired, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. All right, so I don't remember everything that I saw, but what I do remember, and I'm assuming that this is the most important part, but I'm not sure about what I saw. I remember a pool table. I was in some room. There was some other stuff that happened before that, and I know it was important, but I just can't remember what it was. Okay, now there was a pool table in this room, and on this pool table, I don't know why, but I climbed on this pool table. This pool table was important. I'm not sure why. Well, it wasn't really the pool table; it was the balls. Now you know, when you at a I guess one of those pool alleys or whatever. You know, I don't go out like that. I don't go out at all. So one of those pool halls or whatnot, and they have those little racks for the balls. You rack the balls up or whatever. Now each one of the balls had like a hook on it or something. I'm not sure why, but each one of them had a hook on it that hooked on to the pool ball rack, that little triangle thing. Now each one of the balls hooked onto that. So while I was putting the balls, I remember me saying I needed to put the balls in the racks, or I need to put them together or something. But I put the balls in the racks, and I noticed that each ball had a hook. I'm not sure why it had a hook, but it had a freaking hook. So I hooked the balls onto the rack or whatever, and still putting them in the middle, but hooked them onto the rack inside of this triangle. Now, at some point, it was something with a magnet. Something the Lord was saying something about the magnet drawing people together or whatever. But what it basically was, it was like I seen a plug, like one of the plugs in the wall, one of these built-in plugs in the wall. But it was someone was holding it. It was like the plug and two other things. I'm not sure what they were. One or two other things. Now these things had a magnetic pull, and I'm not sure why, but it was like a magnetic pull or a magnetic push. So they kept pulling together or whatever. But what really dawned on me, because when it was pulling together, it was like electric shock, something about electricity, or something about electricity or having some type of shock regarding it. So I'm not sure what it was, but they kept pulling together and pulling together, pulling together, and God kept showing me the electricity plugs. The electricity plugs. Um, it was two, what was those things? I can't even remember what they were, but it was something. It was a plug. Oh, it was a pool plug in the wall, and it was the plug outlet in the wall, and it was the actual plug where you plug into the outlet in the wall. It was that, the plug outlet, and something else. I'm not sure if it was a fork or something. I don't know what it was, but I do know that it had some type of kind of magnetic pull, and God was telling me something about it being a shock to it or whatever. So whatever it was. I can't say it was bad, but I can't say it was good either. I guess I can't say it was bad because God was letting me know that it was a shock coming with that, and because of that pull, that it was shocking, like almost like electrocuting or something. So I'm not sure how to actually put it, but it was a whole bunch of other stuff regarding it, but I can't remember. So I'm not gonna tell you guys that I can because I really can't remember. But I'll tell you this, you guys. Tonight I met this man. Okay, so paid for this guy to take a lift, right? Um, Called the Lyft driver because on the Lyft app, the Lyft things or whatever. Because I was too tired to drive anywhere, so I just got them a Lyft driver. Now, so on those Lyft apps or whatever, it got your picture on it or whatnot, right? Okay, so it gives you an option to call the Lyft driver or send the Lyft driver a text message. So I sent the Lyft driver a text message, but the Lyft driver didn't reply. So what I did was I called the Lyft driver. Now I told the Lyft driver, okay, I'm not going to be the one you picking up because you see my picture on your little thing, but this is the person you picking up, and this is what they look like. Okay. Now, the Lyft driver told me, yeah, I seen your message. I didn't respond because I was on the phone with my mom. And he started telling me all this stuff regarding his mother, whatever, which I'm going to pray for his mother. I started praying for his mother as soon as I got off the phone and him. Now, you guys, if you listen to all my videos going all the way back, not the ones that I re-put up here, once I lost all my videos, but the ones from way, 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 way back, the original ones, before they got lost, you'll notice that, in one of them I was talking to you guys about there's gonna come a time or whatever. Did I talk to y'all about that? I don't know. Okay, well, at a point of time when God starts sending people to you that you're supposed to help or pray for or do something for, you'll know, because it's going to be a lot of people coming to you with a lot of problems. It's going to be a lot of people coming to you. They may need somebody to talk to. They may need somebody to pray for them. They may need somebody to give them hope or give them faith. Okay, there it is. Okay, now, so the guy started talking to me about what he was going through and what with his mom, and I could literally hear the happiness in his voice. Not only that, the fact that he was so happy, it made me happy, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, we're happy." I didn't even know what was going on with him, but I knew what was going on. But I was happy because he was happy. Now, while I was sitting in my car, I was talking to the Lord, and I was, talking to the Lord about him and his mom, praying for him and whatnot, talking to the Lord about him. God touched me, and he was telling me what I need to do with this guy. He was talking to me, and he was telling me what he wanted me to do with this guy. So when the guy got there, right before he got there, I sent him a text message or whatever. And once he got there, I started talking to him, met the person at the car or whatever. And he wrote down his window, and I started talking to him. He was saying, it's crazy that you saying this stuff because I had just got to talking to somebody about this, or because this is a situation that just happened, or because I just said this, that, and the other, or because I was just thinking this and I started doing this and this, that, and that, and everything started happening like this. And he started telling me about the numbers that he's seen. Now, you guys, if you seen number 17 repeatedly over and over and over and over and over, 17, 17, 17, that means victory. Okay, I want you guys to understand that 17 means victory. Number 7 means completion. God completed the world in 7 days. Well, in 6 days. On the 7th day he rested. Okay, I want you guys to remember that. 7-day completion, complete. Okay, so he was telling me the story. Now when he got to the story, I kind of stopped him because he said to the 17th floor. And I got quiet and I said, "You said 17?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "17." He said, "Yeah." And I said, "You see 17 a lot?" He was like, "Yeah, sometimes." And I was like, "Huh." And I looked at him and he started telling me the stuff that he was going through and what was going on with him. And I told him, I said, "Boy, you are blessed." And I told him, 17 means victory. So he started telling me what was going on, which he had a victory with him and his mother, which was such a blessing because she had surgery and they didn't think she was a match for what she was going through, and she ended up being a match. She had surgery, she made it, she survived, and that is a blessing. He is so blessed, and I thank God that she survived, because that he had so much love in his heart and so much happiness in his voice. I can hear it and I can literally feel it. It was just like coming off of him, It's like boom. Okay, you guys, he starts telling me the story and he starts saying these numbers, and I was like, okay, these numbers are for you. I was like, it's a blessing for you. Something's coming. So I had to explain to him that when a blessing comes, a whole bunch of bad stuff starts happening. Have a little faith, talk to God, pray to God, read your Bible. He was telling me he didn't have one. I was like, oh, I got a whole bunch of them. I got to find them. They somewhere up in there. He was like, he was going to get one. And I was like, you need to pray. And you need to read your Bible and you talk to the Lord at least once a day. And this is a good guy. Good guy. Really nice. You can just, from him, you feel so much love, so much caring, so much happiness, so much life, you know? And I was talking to him about what was going on and the things that I see or whatever. And he was like, oh, that's crazy because let me tell you what I saw. And I was like, wow. And he started telling me, but he couldn't understand. I saw him, God speaks in a riddle. And basically what I'm getting from it is the people that you seen that was covered by the blanket, God was saying that was covered. Somebody's covered, somebody's there to protect you. He was like, but he felt threatened at the same time because there was a knife, there was a blade. And I was like, okay, you got to fight, you got to battling. But you're protected, you're covered. It was such a blessing to talk to this young man. Such a blessing, such a blessing. Now, when God sends you people that are going through some things, you guys don't walk away. Don't ignore those people. You help those people. Whether they need an ear, need someone to listen to what they're talking about, or what they're going through. Whether they need a shoulder to cry on, or just somebody to say, hey. Have a little faith. God is there. He's listening to you. He's watching you. He's there. He sees what's going on. You just have faith that He's going to make a way for you. And you pray to Him. You talk to Him. You read His Word. I haven't been reading the Word like I was supposed to, and I know I need to. Because when I don't read like I'm supposed to, I forget the things that I see sometimes. But yes, I am tired. I'm drained. But at the end of the day, I make sure I talk to God. I may not pray all the time and say amen, but I talk to Him and the Son. Yes, I do. Yes.